I just made a Kick. I downloaded Streamlabs, so I'm streaming on Kick now, and we're gonna try and get the boy on Kick too. So in the future, uh, this will all be a lot easier because we can just connect everything and just stream once and then send it to every single platform so everyone can see it, and we won't have to make like separate streams for each um stream we do. But yeah, right now, I'm not in a position to pay all that bread to have multiple streams, but it is something that I'll do in the future. We're gonna get the boy up here in a few minutes. I just sent him the link. Oh, yep, here he is. All right. Speak of the devil. Yo,
Oh, we
good.
live. We
What's up,
live. We
guys?
live.
Going on?
Had to hit some flow names real quick. The sinus is kicking in, man. Bro,
I feel that. No, I just had to get some nasal spray too last week because
word.
I was congested like crazy.
What kind do you use?
I have no idea what the name of it is. It's some German brand.
Yeah, apparently, like Georgia is like one of the worst states. Like I've realized in the country for like allergies. I didn't even know because it was like I had seasonal allergies, but then when I got here, I was like my shit kicked up like times 10 to the point where it's like I've always used Flonase, but then what do you call it? I had to like start taking like actual allergy medicine. Not all the time, but you know, if it's really bad, I might have to pop it. But yeah, I guess it's just life.
I had so much mucus in my head, bro. Like I don't know if you ever had like the mucus just like sitting like in your throat and it like just causes like physical pain.
Oh my god. Well, I've had like post nasal drip like my almost my whole life or my whole adult life. Like the shit that just like sits back here and like that's why you hear me doing that like all that shit. That's because I have that shit. Yeah, that drainage shit. But nah, I don't think I've had it. Maybe I've had it to where my shit was swollen. Like maybe your lymph nodes was swollen because when these
Yeah,
shits get swollen, yeah, yeah, it's
yeah.
like they get
I hate when
swollen and
that
it's
happens,
painful.
bro.
Yeah, it's painful as fuck. Hell yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
man. What we got going today, man?
I'm feeling way better, man. I'm not sick no more. Got my
Oh yeah, you had something going on. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, it was just like back to back months, but man, I'm so glad I'm through that. The weather is like getting warmer too. So, but
Damn, that's crazy. Like it's April and it's almost May, and like y'all weather's still cold.
yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago, but now like we're finally starting to get like sunny skies, like nice warm weather, cool breeze, like coming through and everything.
Oh shit.
But yeah, yo, it's crazy, man. Cause like, yo, streaming every day, like
Yeah.
I'm starting to see the difference.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because like, and oh, all right. So another thing too is, I just told him before you came on, I started a Kick and I downloaded Streamlabs so it can start streaming on Kick. Definitely got to get up there because
Okay.
with Streamlabs you can just stream on there and then you pay like 200 for the year and it lets you send your streams to like every single like social media or like streaming platform. So you can just do everything from one.
Oh, okay. So you just posted on one and it kind of just kicked
Yeah.
through that.
And then I was looking at Kick because I think Aiden Ross owns Kick and they say that Kick has the best like payout for creators. So
Yeah.
there's an affiliate program which you get paid like really well. It's like you get like 4.95 for like every $5 subscription you make. And then also they got this like other um hourly program to
Yeah.
where you they say you can get paid $16 an hour um for streaming, bro.
Damn, that's like a goddamn regular job,
Exactly. I'm like, yo, nigga, sign me up.
nigga. That's like I can spend my whole off day just streaming and make like money. Like,
I'm like, yo, that's so crazy. Like, as long as you have like some sort of like, kind of platform and like following, bro, like we could like just get paid like it's a regular job. I would literally sit here for like 8 hours and like stream like all day.
I would do this on top of my regular job. Like on my off days, I would just stream, and then like that would make sense, and then be like, you know what I'm saying, or like when I got time, whatever, just be on the stream. Like, how much like? So you said this is going through that one specific platform?
Yeah, through Kick. So like it says you have to stream every day and you have to
Yeah.
stream for like at least 4 hours a day. But I'm like, okay,
Damn.
cool, no problem. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do it because I just have the camera like, on me or like hold it and just like, stream my whole morning or like stream like my afternoon or something like that. And get paid like to walk around and just do like normal stuff.
So what is it like? Do you have to sign up? Do you have to participate in the program? Like, how does it get started?
You gotta have 75 followers. You gotta stream for I think like 50 hours. Like
Minimum.
yeah, to like unlock the achievement. And then I think is you have to stream like at least like 4 hours every day. And then you'll get like notifications that like okay, you've met all the requirements. And there was something else too. I forget. Yeah, I just slipped my mind.
True.
Hello, I'm not sure what your name is, but what's up, Psylocke? What's up, Arabic name? Oh, and you have to be awake and you have to engage with the chat too. So that's what they're always like, hey yo, chat, what's up? Like chat, like uh
Right, right, right. Like reading into the okay, okay, okay.
would you like to learn Persian?
Isn't
Uh
that a dead language? Isn't it? Is that still a language that's spoken? I don't know.
yeah, cause don't they speak or
Persian is
isn't
Iranian.
it
It's the
like
same thing.
Farsi?
Yeah. So if you're Persian, you're technically Iranian. It's the same thing.
The only dead language I know is Latin.
Latin is definitely dead. Yeah.
And like they got like
Lat-
Mesopotamia languages.
Damn, you took me way back. Mesopotamia. Yeah, that's like yeah, that's like Egyptian or that's like before
Uh that's I'm not sure.
Mesop. That's I know. I gotta look that up.
Would you like to learn Persian? Sure. I'm down to learn any language. I should pick up a third language. But whatever your name is, if you can tell us your name, yeah, I'd be down to learn some Persian.
Sure. What was on the dock today? We got the blank
Kick
blank. I don't even know if
Killuminati.
I don't even know if I want to say it low key because like you got me thinking about that now. But yeah, Krill. We'll say Krill Illuminati. And
Illuminati.
today we talking about a man. How do I explain this? It's a group of people, man. It's a group of executives that control a certain narrative within mainstream media and mainstream culture, mainstream music sales, album sales, competition shows, award ceremonies, all the shit you can think of. Like everything is pretty much controlled puppet wise by a certain group of individuals or multiple groups who have a lot of money, but then also they have a lot of power. So I feel like the power goes hand in hand with the money that they have. These groups of individuals usually are faceless, nameless. You will never know who they are. You will never be able to see who they are. And they want it that way because the more, what's the word I'm looking for? Uh,
Say Asha Getam Du Tala means I love you, homie.
home.
Asha Getam Durula Tala. That's crazy.
Yeah, we figured that one out.
the the thing the thing about that this is one thing that I think that people overlook is that they think that it's one group that's
Yeah,
controlling everything.
it's multiple. Yeah, it's like I think
I
it's
mean,
the
I think
worldwide thing.
I think there is one overarching group that is like in like control,
Mhm.
but we don't know exactly who that group is.
No, and I feel like it works better in that way when we don't know the consumer or whatever, who the group is. I also feel like too though at the same time it could be like people that we know and love as like social media or like you just actors, celebrities, but low key they've kind of removed themselves. People like Jay Z, Ellen DeGeneres. You know what I'm saying? People who reach like a certain amount of power and fame to where it's like they disappear. I feel like those are the
Yo,
people. Huh?
you know what's crazy is that it might be like some niggas like actually in your own family.
What you mean as far as what like as
I
far
mean,
as like in the group?
so like typically it's going to be people in like positions of power. So,
Right.
politicians, um lawyers, judges. I mean, they will like incorporate celebrities, but like you said, like it'll be like the Ellen DeGeneres or the Jay-Z's, the like top of the celebrities that like make it to like that, billion and over status. But also like police officers, like high ranking military officials, just anyone who holds like a high position in your society.
Right.
But yeah, I found out that a lot of my family, okay, I don't know if it's a lot, but quite a few of my family members are like Freemasons. And
What?
yeah, and that's like,
So Freemasonry is linked to Illuminati, if I'm not or Crew Illuminati, right?
so like Illuminati was like a splinter sect of the Freemasons like way back in the day.
Huh.
And I mean it's so deep, just like any organization, any religion or gang. There's always so many like splinter sects and groups that go, every which and way.
Yeah, like branch offs
Yeah.
for
So
sure.
like I was just finding out that like, like within my family, like there's some people who like Freemasons, and then there's some women who are into like Eastern Star, and then um the thing is like I'm trying to like get more information, but
Mhm.
because it's like a secret society, like fraternity, there's
Mhm.
only so much information that I can actually like get my hands on.
That you got access. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Damn, I mean, I don't know too much about Freemasonry or anything. I know it's a secret society. I know it's usually money related, or is it? I know it's very prestigious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they do a lot of charity work. One of the interesting things that I learned, and it was coming from this book. The dude, he was a Freemason. They said that he wrote it before he became a Freemason. He was like exposing like the secrets of Freemasonry, and then later he became a Freemason. It's called like Dogmas and something, but it was pretty much saying that um like the levels of Freemasonry, because you have like different degrees, and like 33rd is the highest degree. So like all the other lower levels, you are to deceive them and not give them like the fullness of truth, because they haven't obtained the level to receive that truth yet.
So they get lied to
So like
essentially.
there's a yeah, there's a lot of deception going on. Like you're not allowed to have this information until you obtain this rank. And so slowly, like these truths will be revealed to you as you progress. So like there's a lot of rumors that, Freemasons do this or do that. And a lot of Freemasons, they're like, nah, that's complete BS. That's not at all what we do. But they haven't reached that level to even know that that's what's happening inside of their organization.
It seems like it's like a whole thing based on deception. I mean, like I don't know. I understand it to a certain extent, but why is it like if you're already in the organization, why is it that they keep certain information from people who are trying to get to that level? You know what I'm saying?
Because it's coming from this whole like Gnostic foundation of we have this hidden knowledge, this hidden truth,
Right.
and this is how you well, how do I say this? What do they call it? Like when you're trying to like uh ascend, like like raise your frequency, like you align your chakras, like you're trying to like
I
um
mean, just that. I don't know if it's a specific word. You said ascend. I think that's the word for
yeah, so it's like um dang, I just lost my train of thought.
it.
But yeah, it's oh yeah, so like the idea of like Gnosticism is like we have these secrets,
Mhm.
right? And you have to come to us in order to ascend or
Mhm.
to like receive this stuff.
Gotcha.
Bro, do you listen to Persian rap? No, I don't.
I didn't even know it existed.
I have listened to some Arabic rap, like or I've listened to Indian rap and Arabic rap. This one dude at my old job, he showed me some stuff. It was actually pretty. I think he made a song with Future too. But I was watching this video. This girl, she was explaining the situation that one of her friends was going through
Mhm.
about this dude who sold his soul, and is pretty much saying that uh he didn't have to go through like any secret society. He didn't have to do like any rituals.
Right.
Um, he was like into like some new age type of stuff, like
Mhm.
doing some deep meditation, and then he got in contact with Lucifer,
Oh wow.
or who he thought was Lucifer. He came to him while he was meditating, and he ended up signing like this blood oath with him, or like this contract. And Lucifer pretty much said to him like, in a week everything will take effect, right? And then it just kind of disappeared. And he said he was like a handsome man, super charming, super charismatic.
Right.
And then he said like after that week, like life just became easier. Like he started getting all these opportunities, things started coming to him, people
Right.
that he used to want to work with, started hitting him up. And money was just flowing,
Right.
success, opportunities, everything. And he was like pretty much like, yeah, like I don't care. I don't believe in an afterlife, don't believe in God, nothing. But if something like that does exist, then I'll deal with it at that time.
Right.
But life for him was like pretty much perfect, and everything was just flowing. But he did say that every year he would lose something.
Mhm.
So he was like, he pretty much chalked that up to, okay, like maybe that's the price I have to pay for everything I'm receiving. But he was like, or maybe it's just a coincidence. But he said like it would be like very sentimental objects. Like it was like a picture of like a dead relative completely disappeared. He
Mhm.
had a voice memo from one of his friends that had committed suicide, and then like randomly that got deleted off his phone.
It's like important shit, like shit that really matters to him. Probably is like getting wiped out. Like I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and he said like every year something like that would happen, but it wasn't like
Damn.
nothing like drastic or too crazy. But he was just
Right.
pretty much like, whatever. Like I do it again.
Damn, that's powerful. I mean, and this is real, or this is like a story that was like told or some shit.
No, this well, I mean, she said it was real. I mean, I believe it.
I mean, it's hard. Like, if she was dreaming, I would say okay. But you saying in actuality, like a man actually approached her, a physical man, and then like granted her success and everything, or granted the person. So I mean, I don't know, because I've heard that same like this is Lucifer's play. Like this is what he does. Like what I'm saying. Like you've seen this in movies, stories, and like everywhere else where like that's what the devil like does. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll approach you with a lucrative offer. And by the way, the word lucrative is actually very similar to Lucifer. If you like look at the actual word, like lucrative
Yeah,
and Lucifer, I ain't never noticed that. But yeah, like, but yeah, he'll come to you.
Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Uzi Vert.
Yeah, I think that was on purpose too. I don't know. That was like, yeah, that was crazy when I heard that. It was like Lucifer. You say it fast, it's like Lucifer and shit. And then, yeah. Anyways, I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, it's possible, but at the same time, it's like, damn, I would have to like really see that shit in order to like believe it. Um, yeah, that's interesting though. You seen the
I mean,
movie? You got
I
good.
know you said you don't necessarily believe in like demons, but like when you look at like what's going on in like mainstream like pop culture,
Yeah,
why is it such it's always like a big push, especially like from like celebrities and like music towards like the demonic.
because it's like, I mean, I feel like because it's taboo. You know, it upsets people. People get you know what I'm saying? People get really
Th-
like upset.
that is true, but is that the only reason? Like, couldn't there be like another like underlying reason?
Um, I mean, it's possible. It's possible. You know, at the same time, though, I know it's a lot of like mentally ill people. It's a lot of people that's like, you know what I'm saying, that do shit for likes, for plays, for like, you know, for attention. So it's like, I would say half the shit you see, you can only believe half of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, man. You know, it's that is interesting how everything goes like demonic, but then you got to think about like what's being pushed is like isn't like Christianity is pushed, you know what I'm saying? Religion is pushed, like Muslim culture is pushed. Like all these religions are like mass pushed by organizations, churches, you know, secret societies and everything else. So like I feel like they do the most they can to go the extreme opposite way of that. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be like, oh, like, you know, what looks cool? Oh, demonic crosses, and I don't know. Like that is, I mean, that's a good question. I ain't gonna lie. Like, why do people go immediately to like demons and like, you know, antichrist? Um, for I don't know, but yeah, like I don't.
Um, like cult survivors, like satanic cult ritual survivors, but like I tell you, like I was trafficked as a kid and I was abused in these like satanic sex cults, and they were doing rituals. They're trying to like summon like Lucifer and beings, and doing a bunch of like this sex magic and stuff. And then going back to us talking about like with like the Diddy parties, it's like you go through this door, it's drugs. You go through this door, it's kids. You go through this door, and they like drawing symbols on the floor, drinking blood and stuff. So it's like, are these niggas like really channeling like Lucifer?
I mean, when you showed me that like that photo of ASAP Mob like doing that shit kind of threw me off because it's like I've never seen that shit, and that photo was probably from like over 10 years ago. Um, So, like you said, it's hard to tell, man, because a lot of people do it for an image. Like I know ASAP was on that, but not. I don't think he pushed that. Like he maybe did that, but he wasn't like in the media like with that. Like he wasn't in the face of the media with that. So like that might it's possible, but I don't know, man. Like it's interesting to see like the dynamic of the inverted crosses, and you got the black and the mascara and the nails, and like it seems like as time progresses it's like it's getting worse. So I don't know if it's like just a surge of like creative expression, you know what I'm saying? Where like, like even you like which is normal, like you got piercings, you know what I'm saying? You got the gauges, you got tattoos, like it's like, but you gotta think like 40, 50 years ago, this shit wasn't normal. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I was to have earrings or if I was to have like a tattoo or anything like that, like people would look at me like I was crazy, like because it just wasn't the norm. But even like I look at older people today, right? It's like 70, 80 like year old people, like they got tattoos. And I think to myself, I'm like, when they was younger, was it like were they like a rebel for doing that? Like, you know what I'm saying? If they lived in like 1967, 68, or like 72 and they had tattoos, was it like you were like extra like, oh shit, dude, like he's a badass, you got tattoos and like piercings back then. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, all right, you got to think about this. We're in 2025, the age of the media, the age of social influence, the age of Shit, at this point it's goddamn manipulation. You got AI, you know what I'm saying? You got editing, you got like just straight up lying, and you got to add like millions of dollars and hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of camera work and camera equipment added on top of that. Man, they're gonna create some magical shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's at a point where, like you said, like people like Playboy Cardi or people like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
was just about to say that, bro.
Yeah.
I was like,
Who like what other rappers are demon on some demonic shit like that? Like I mean, you could say Kanye is demonic to a certain extent. Um yeah, definitely. Like with that Nazi shit and everything. Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I
that's
was
pretty demonic.
Yeah, I was talking to my girl earlier about Kanye, and I was like, "Yo, how do niggas not see that this nigga is just trolling, bro? Like he's one of the greatest comedians of like our era, bro. Like, and
He
the thing is,
he
people don't see him as like a comedian funny, but yo, he's actually hilarious. But he
he's funny
doesn't
as
get
fuck.
that credit because he's supposed to be an artist. But he is trolling you guys. Nothing he's saying is serious.
It's all for like you gotta think he said all that shit and then he dropped the album. Or he's about to drop an album. Like this is Kanye's play. Like you know what I'm saying? He says shit to stir you up, says shit to piss you off. And he says it because he can. Like his thing is about being creative and expressive. Like he feels like people are trying to silence him, so he's gonna talk as much as he wants. So my thing is like let the man talk. Like you know what I'm saying? The thing is if you give attention to this nigga, like he's just gonna keep like running with it and like and but the fucked up part, I don't know if it's fucked up or if it's just how it is, like there's always gonna be people that follow him that regard him as great, that regard and I do and like and I'm one of those people like I regard him as great, like he's low-key a genius like as far as music. At the same time though, it's like how much of this shit do we accept from this nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like how much do we just like take like because he is like a great so my thing is like he done said so much weird shit, so much crazy shit. I don't. It doesn't phase me anymore. Like if he was to come out and be like, all retarded kids should die, you know what I'm saying? Or some crazy shit like that. Like it wouldn't surprise me, bro. It'd be like, this is Kanye. So my thing is like we have to learn as a culture, as a nation, to stop feeding this nigga. If you keep feeding this nigga and giving him his attention, he's just gonna keep going crazy with it.
Yeah,
Like
and look
he
look at
want
who he's collabing with now. I forget who was saying this earlier, but there was like when you look at the celebrities nowadays, it's not the artists anymore, bro. It's the streamers. It's the Aiden Rosses, the Neons, the Sneakos, and who is Kanye collabing with?
is he
Exactly.
but the Jewish though. That's what's throwing me off. Well, at least Aiden
So
Ross
then
is
that
Jewish.
lets you know that this nigga's just trolling, bro. He's doing anything to grab attention and to stay relevant. Kanye and Drake, these niggas are old, but they're smart and they know the game, bro. They know how to stay
Yeah.
hot. They know how to
Drake
stay.
is very smart. Drake is very smart. I will say that. I mean, Kanye too. They both very intelligent. But I
Yeah, I
would say
think they're like
Drake has
40,
more
50
tact. Huh?
relevant to this day. That's actually like
I mean, I looked at some shit. Maybe it was like last year, a couple years ago. Drake has songs from like 2013 on the top Billboard Top 100. Like you got songs from 12 to 10, like 13, 14 years ago, still on the Billboard 100. Like that's crazy. Like you know what I'm saying? Like how do you have songs from 10 years ago? Like you making money from 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like what the fuck? Like so. I don't know. I just feel like Drake need to transition to something else at this point. I mean, I feel like
but
nah. I feel like
why?
he's
If it's still working, like why would you transition? Like
but after this shit with Kendrick, he took a major hit. So I feel like he
but
need to
did
do
he?
music. Hell yeah, he did, man. But no, I'll say this no. What was the weird part for me was when he sued the record label. That was weird. Cause it's like, bro, now you looking like a crybaby. Now you're looking like super childish and weird. You're like, oh, he's gonna tarnish my image. Like, nigga, you said shit about him too. And the other thing is like, what's the difference between this beef and the Meek Mill shit? You get what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, like you said terrible shit about him. He said terrible shit about you. That's rap. Stop being so gay about it. It's like, if you want to sue this nigga, you shouldn't even have engaged in the beef. You literally sat down in a studio, recorded songs, and went back and forth with this nigga, right? Thinking about shit to tarnish his image, right? And then now you're crying because he said you're a pedophile. Why are you crying? Because is it true? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the way I look at it. You got so
Hey
upset
Drake.
about that shit. Hey Drake, I know you like him young. Man, but look, that's like when you tease somebody and then they get mad about the shit that you teasing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, this obviously affects you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the way I look at it. It's like if somebody's saying some shit, nigga, you gay, you a gay nigga, like I'm not gay, nigga, fuck you, nigga. Then you must be gay because you getting upset. Like you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? If a nigga
police.
call me like, yeah, I'm gay, nigga, you think whatever you want, nigga. I'm face deep in some pussy right now. Yeah, I'm gay, whatever you want to say. That's my thing though. So it's like,
He struck a
yeah,
nerve.
yeah, and it's just like you look real soft doing that. You look real soft doing that shit, bro. Real soft.
I mean,
So
but
to
he's light skinned though.
that on
But back to the Playboy Cardi. If you just look at the whole opium label and the aesthetic,
yeah.
bro, this nigga Cardi has Satan tattooed on his neck. He's got
He
like,
got
you said he got what?
does he have the word Satan or it's a drawing of Satan?
It's the word.
The word like all caps like Satan?
Yeah, on the back of his neck. And then he's got like mad other like satanic tattoos like on his body. They all rock like bust down, upside down crosses, like chains. And this nigga Ken Carson has a freaking giant pentagram on his chest. That's like the only
Oh,
tattoo that this
he
nigga got,
does.
like on his chest, like big ass, like bro, like
I've
this
seen it
is
though. I've
not
seen it.
just for trolling. Like,
And doesn't he have like an A through it or something? Or am I tripping? Like a red A or something like that through it?
uh, I gotta go back and look at it. Maybe
Yeah, it's like a diamond pentagram.
I gotta go back and look at it. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
who else? Oh yeah, then the nigga Saw Baby got the upside down cross like right in the middle of his forehead. Um,
I just think it's a trend, man. I don't know. Like it's just like a I don't know, right? It has to just be like a trend to think it's cool to like put anti Satan or anti Christ shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I don't know. I think niggas really do be doing rituals, be trying to like summon niggas.
You think they really be on that for real?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, it's possible. It's possible.
because
Because in order
you
for
gotta go and look. You gotta look at these survivor stories of these niggas been like, yeah, like I was like a young teenager, I was a little kid, and it was mad niggas around me raping me in a satanic cult circle with all black
swear,
robes. Yeah,
who said this?
mad people, bro. It's this one nigga. I gotta send you the link, but it's this lady and this young man, and they were
Mm,
both. He was sharing his story to her, but they had both been in satanic,
rituals.
yeah, cult rituals, and he
So,
was. Yeah, nah, someone's coming back in the crib.
oh, okay.
I'm like, what's going on? I wasn't expecting her back. What's up? I learned my lesson. Why? I'll just stay home from now on. You went out for like 20 minutes and then came right back. It's so boring. Yeah, I thought y'all was going to KFC. No, we went to Seitenlager. Yeah. You on the phone? I'm on live. This nigga. But oh, it was so bad. All right, hold on. I'm still on live. But this nigga was pretty much saying like from a young age, he comes from this bloodline, and
Mm.
they were grooming him to be the next Jeffrey Epstein. Like that was
Oh
his
wow,
position. And through these families, like you can they size you up, they put you through like all these rituals, all these tests. They just, they had him in like this facility, and his job was to just uh have sex and like impregnate like all these women.
as many
So
women as he could.
yeah, and they were all like super young girls. and then like you can choose like what avenue you want to go through. So a lot of them, like you, if you were good at singing, you become a pop star. Or like him, he was taking acting classes so he could become like, you know, super A-list celebrity actor and stuff like that. And that was
Right.
like usually the route that a lot of these people took. Um, because it's something like with the psyche and something
Yeah.
with like the brokenness of like this person or this child, and then like forming them into becoming an actor, it like it meshes perfectly. And when you look at like some of these like actors and actresses,
Yeah.
you can
I
kind
was
of
just thinking
see,
about that shit. Yeah.
yeah, you can kind of see like how that goes and
How
like how
that makes
they take
sense.
on like these different roles and like the method acting and stuff like that. It gets really deep. But he was going through that and explaining everything, how like, you know, his family comes from like these Ashkenazi Jews and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll send you the link on that so you can go and watch it. It's crazy, like the stuff he's saying. And then the lady who's interviewing him, like she shares her story too. And there's so many other people who like have similar stories.
I think about like Raven Simone, Orlando Brown, like the Sprouse kid, like all those be like, celebrity kids. Like, yeah.
Exactly.
So you feel
You said they be like what?
they be getting tossed in a room or whatever with people.
Definitely, bro.
So you feel like Orlando, Raven, all of them got fucked as kids. That's what you saying.
Yeah, they definitely were like. I
Abused
mean,
and shit.
I don't really know Raven's story that well, but I mean, you can see like something happened to her, bro. Just look at how she looks now. She's gay, like she completely lost it, like her hair, like she's whacked. Orlando
I haven't
Brown,
even seen a recent photo of her, honestly. I gotta look it up.
yeah, she's completely whacked, bro. She lost it, and that lets you know that like there's something like in that childhood trauma that like really like disturbed and messed her up.
Yeah, I mean, same with Orlando, man. That nigga was on drugs. I mean, he still used drugs, but just seeing him like throughout the years, like on camera, is like, damn, this nigga look bad, bro. Like,
He looks
I
better
feel like
now, though.
now, yeah, I was gonna say he's gotten better. I feel like he's straight now, but like maybe like what 2 years ago, like he was like looking rough, bro. Like it was like that nigga was on crack or meth, or I think he actually was like on meth, like if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but look at all of these like Nickelodeon, Disney, like child actors and actresses. Like 9 out of 10s,
Yeah,
unless they stay the course, they always crash out. Orlando Brown, Raven, Amanda Bynes, what's her name? Demi Lovato, and like the list goes on and on. Like all these people crashed out.
wasn't one of them on heroin? Was that Demi Lovato on heroin or some shit?
Yeah.
That shit was crazy, nigga. I was like, what?
Look at I mean Justin Bieber, another example.
What about the Sprouse twins? Were they normal?
I think one of them's actually alright. I mean, what's normal when you grow up in that environment, when
Um,
you've been in the limelight since you're like 5, 6 years old.
yeah, I was gonna say like I feel like when you're a kid dealing with that, it's like you have to be pushed to like the ultimate extreme. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to be like really like with a rigid routine. Like your parents are waking you up at like 4 in the morning. You're going to like trainings and interviews, and like you're doing all this. Like it has to be like an extreme amount of pressure that's put on them as a child, and then
Yeah,
also you got to
because they're the
think.
breadwinner too.
Right. And then you got to think too, the executives are also like kind of playing with them and touching them behind the scenes. And then they don't know how, like, so they can't say anything. So it's kind of like you're getting abused and touched. And then you got like the actual pressure and stress of making money on you. And you're like, that's a lot, dude. That's a lot to deal with, man.
It's crazy. You know, we had briefly thought about putting Rain and Soleil into modeling. Everyone
Oh,
kept saying, "Oh, they should be models. They're so pretty. They should, you know, do TV, you know, stuff like that." We're like,
right.
I mean, they could, you know, they definitely got the looks for it, but it's like, nah.
You don't want to put that kind of pressure on them, right?
Nah,
I feel you on that. That'd be a lot. Yeah.
I had even thought about starting Rain like with the music and like maybe like some like a child music career or something like that. But I was like, nah, it's just better to just let them be
Let a
kids.
child be a child. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if she
I
has
100%.
interest like later on down the road, then yeah, I can definitely help her out, guide her. But nah, man, just let the kid be a kid.
I mean, you could start presenting like options to her, like you know what I'm saying, like soft shit, like my sister like play piano, or like you know what I'm saying, gymnastics, or like just something like soft like that. You know what I'm saying, something like that, because stuff like that does help to a certain extent, like with like discipline and like creating a regimen. Because you gotta think they're receiving like instructions and like a coach like relationship with other people. So it's
Yeah,
kind of like it's good for them to experience like discipline from other people other than their direct parents. You know what I'm saying? Because it kind of like helps them develop relationships and kind of get to know what's right and what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I feel like as a young person, a coach is always a good person to have in your life. Whether it's like a football, basketball, soccer, any kind of coach, I feel like it's good to experience that for a child.
definitely. And I think it helps like with them focusing. It helps them like make those like connections like in their
Yeah.
brains and stuff. Because I mean that's another thing I think that's missing with a lot of kids. And like the reason why we see like so much like ADHD and like behavior problems is we don't have enough like good stimulation for children. It's just all like iPads, electronics, phones, TV, stuff like that, like smartphones.
Yeah, and I agree with that too. I feel like I'm all for electronics for kids unless if it's like the right kind of electron, like you know what I'm saying, like educational games, learning activities, like learning content. But let's be real, like that's not what's gonna that's not what's being watched 100% of the time. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like majority, like it'll probably be depending on your parenting, I'm talking in general, depending on like parenting and depending on your style of like how you raise a kid, like the percentage could be 50-50, it could be 60-40, it could be 70-30. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, oh, the kid will watch like, some just fun shit or some just whatever shit, streaming shit, like, I Show Speed or like Kai Cenat or whatever, like, because their audiences are younger.
Yeah,
Or it'll be like, you know what I'm saying, mostly educational stuff, like educational videos about nature, about space, or just stuff that kids should be learning. So I feel like, it could go either way with that too. Yeah, man, you gotta go.
nah, she's chilling. What you smoking on today? What you smoking on today?
Man, this is some Hidden Hills. Shout out Hidden Hills. It's like the vape. This is like TACP, if I'm not mistaken. So they can sell TACP in stores. It's like TACP with like C. I ain't gonna lie, bro. They didn't create it so much shit, man. It's like C. It's
The
like a whole bunch
synthetic,
of it.
yeah,
It's like
it's
a whole
like
bunch of just
THC, but like
yeah.
it's THC.
Yeah, like So one dude explained it to me. He was telling me you got THCA and then THCP. I think he was saying one of them, like it's like basically when you spark it, it turns to THC. So it's the same fucking thing, but it's like it doesn't get activated until you actually ignite it or heat it. So for instance, like if this was like THCP, I think that's the one he was talking about. Like basically, technically, it's not THC until I ignite it and hit the button. You get what
Uh,
I'm saying? Versus like the other one is already THC that's already like activated and already like I
so
don't
it's
know what
like
the word is.
if THC was illegal, it would be fine for you as long as you don't hit the button. That's
Yeah,
like the
exactly.
whole workaround with like the whole like synthetic drug.
Yeah,
Like I can have this drug, but it's not
right.
technically the actual drug.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like, so say for instance, I got pulled over with this, right? There would be no way that he could give me a ticket or something because it would be like I could tell him this is THCP, it's not actual THC. And then
Yeah.
like, obviously it would take time. He probably had to run a drug test or a kit, but I would have to like probably get him to run a test or something. I'd be like, hey, listen, like if you want, you can go get your chemical test, do a drug test, and you can see this is not actual THC. THC, like you said, it's like a loophole.
Yeah,
This
I was about to say
THC
that, bro. I was like, yeah, so many loopholes.
it's a loophole, right? I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
because you gotta think. But you gotta think though, THCA was the hottest thing before THC. So it was THC, then you had THCA. But then guess what? The government cracked down on THCA because they found out what niggas was doing. So like I went into the vape store one day. These niggas was like, yeah, everything at THCA is on sale. It's like half off, buy one, get one, all that shit. I'm like, why? They was like, yeah, government just cracked down. Basically, like they're basically banning all of this. So all the THCA is like banned. So we're like selling everything like half off, discounted in price. But now they have THCP. So like I said, these niggas gonna keep coming with shit, bro. Like so, they done got rid of the THCA. Now they got THCP. So this is the one I gotta look up. I think that's the one I was explaining to you, where if it's ignited or whatever, yada yada. But yeah, that's what I'm smoking now. But it's like THCP with like mixed with a bunch of other shit, like two or three other ones, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. But for me, the only reason I use this instead of actual THC because I'm kind of like slowly like de-escalating.
Like
I
trying to
was.
off of it.
Yeah, yeah. Because remember, like I used to smoke like every day, so I don't even smoke real weed anymore, bro. Like I man, I might have hit a joint maybe like weeks ago, months ago. I don't know. It's been a minute. Like, but I do it like maybe like not even a month, like probably once every other month or so. Like it's very like minimal now. I try to like not smoke any real weed because it was just causing me so many issues and problems. And the main thing was it was killing my motivation, bro. And I feel like, man, like in order to make money, in order to really have your self esteem, in order to be who you are, you can't really smoke that much because you got to think smoking dims your personality, smoking dims everything. Like you don't smoke, so you wouldn't know this, right? Like, but just THC in general, right? Like, it's different for each person. But for me, I found that it really slowed me down, like mentally, physically. Like, you eat shit food, you crave shit food, you don't want to exercise, you don't want to do anything, you just want to lay around, you don't want to get up off the couch, you're non-social, you don't want to talk to anybody, you don't want to engage anything because you're high as fuck, you just want to be left alone. You're more bitter, you're more angry about shit, you're more in a negative mood, you're more like, oh, I don't want to do this. Like everything is like harder to do, like when you're high as fuck. Like for me, like some shit is easier, like you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I could deal with certain shit, but then it's like it's harder to be more motivated or to like be goal oriented when you're high as fuck. For me. So like that's why I was like, okay, let me like even the vape, like I started doing the vapes because it was like I noticed this will get me there, but it's not like a all day, all hour thing. For
Yeah,
instance, right? If I was to smoke a blunt right now, I would be high as fuck for like the next like 6 hours. I'd be like just on a, you know what I'm saying? And what would I do within that time period? Probably watch a bunch of videos, probably go out to eat some bullshit food, probably lay around, do nothing. But this is like, okay, I'll hit this bitch harder a couple times, maybe like 3 or 4 times. I'll be good for like a good like hour, like hour and a half, 2 hours. And then I'll come down. And then it's like when I'm down, I don't feel the need to hit it again, but sometimes I might just depending, you know what I'm saying? It's not like it's not as addictive, I feel like, as weed is either. Like, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like
That's
weed when you
like the same.
huh?
It's like I'll hit it, and then I'm like, all right, I'm good.
You right, right. It's like you don't feel like a need to hit that shit. It's like, oh, I'm okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I be at work, and I got this one manager there, and like everyone there smokes, so they're like always, trying to get like a quick 5 minute break to go outside and smoke.
yeah.
They're like, oh, like you need to go take your 5 minute. I'm like, I'm actually good. Like I don't need to like hit this. Like I don't have to go outside like every 15 minutes and just like
The smoke, yeah, yeah, yeah.
because like I'll hit it, and then like yeah, sometimes I'll be good, like I'll get my buzz, and then other times like I don't get my buzz. I guess because I got like the tolerance built up. So I'm just like, man, I'm good. Like I just put this down. Like I'm just blowing it, and I just
Yeah. It's like you feel like you doing that shit just to be doing it.
yeah. And it's like you blow it too much, and then it's like you kind of start to feel sick.
Low key, bro. Like when I was smoking blacks like years ago, and like same shit. Like it would like you hit it a couple times, and it's like if you do it too much, you start to get like nauseous, low key, or like start yeah, and it's
Yeah,
like damn, like okay, I did it too much, like you know what I mean,
yeah.
like
I remember. I think I told you this already, but I remember the first time I hit a port, bro, and I'm like, yo, did he lace this, bro? Like. This is crazy, yo. I'm like, yo, I felt so high. And then after that, I just like started smoking ports and black and milds. And man, that just had me on a different planet, bro.
yo, hold on one second, I'm gonna check something real quick. Hold on.
Hmm.
Nah, but yeah, bro, I felt that too. Like for me, I think I hit a cigarette maybe like one time, or I don't even know if I hit an actual cigarette, maybe. But I hit like
You never
usually I was
smoked?
smoking.
You never smoked squares?
Nah, I think so. One time, this dude put some. He took the tobacco out of a cigarette and put weed in it instead. So technically, I guess that's not smoking a cigarette. So I think that's the closest I ever came to smoking an actual cig. Like, I don't think I actually ever put a cigarette to my mouth. I put a black to my mouth, which is worse technically. So I can't really like. I'm not trying to be like, you know what I'm saying. But like nah, like I was on blacks though. I don't know why. But I just remember
Yeah, I
like
remember that.
yeah, bro. That's the Sonic days. That was like early days, like when I was smoking weed and then like I hit the black right
That
after.
was
Oh
like
man.
the it was like the great Black and Milds had like the wine.
Yeah, like the wine and you had the wine, the wood tip,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
wood tip, yeah. Yeah, man, those are crazy times, bro.
Those were like those times when like I enjoyed weed, like for real, like when it wasn't like a habit. Like when I was like 18, 17, it was like I would look forward to getting high. Like I would be like, oh bet. Like when my parents left, when my dad left, my stepmom left, oh my boy. Like I go to the shed. So I like go to the shed. I hotbox that bitch with like a plastic bottle, a handmade bong. Hotbox that bitch. I have my music. You know what I'm saying? Then I have like some other shit going. But then it was like I would always have to be like super like cautious because like just in case they would come home or somebody would show up or some shit. I never knew. So it was always like I would just be smoking, chilling. I have my music. I go lay down. It was cool. I go on walks with the dog, take the dog for a walk. Then I remember one time, couple fast forward, I remember I smoked with my friend in that joint, and then my dad went in the next morning and smoked that shit.
Dang.
That was
But
because I was fucking up because I usually let it air out because I usually open the doors and let it air out, but this time I forgot. And I had left the weed bag on the floor. My friend threw the weed bag on the ground. He just threw it on the ground. And so my dad went in and he seen that shit. He was pissed. I was like, damn.
I
What'd
remember
you say?
I used to smoke out my car all the time. And you know that blunt spray?
Oh, the blunt be
You
going?
Yeah, blunt be gone. Yeah.
The
You
blunt be going was the
literally you
shit,
spray it
bro.
once and that joint was like it
It was pretty
just like it
powerful, bro.
filled the whole room, but like you sprayed in a car, bro, like 3 times, bro. And it's just like overpowering. But I forgot to spray it this one time, man. Just smoked out the entire car, and I think my dad went in there the next day and was like, what's going on in here? Like, why does it smell so smoky?"
Ah!
But I mean, low key, I don't think my parents ever. I mean, looking back on it now, I'm like, I never got caught, but I think they knew.
They probably just didn't say no.
Yeah, but I don't know why.
Nah,
Cause,
nah. I feel like there's like if they did know, they would have said something because your parents are very direct. Like they would have definitely like said something to you.
but I remember this one time. I remember rain dance. I came home then like 5 or 6 in the morning, went straight to sleep. They came in my room like 8 or 9 o'clock. I was still stupid drunk, bro. They started asking me questions like, what time you get home? Like, why are you so late? Like, you're not picking up the phone? Like, and I was like, yeah, I went to a party and so I'm stupid drunk. And they were like, were you drinking? I was like, I mean, I was just drinking water. Still stupid drunk, hungover. And then like
Yeah,
looking back at it now, I'm like, yo, how did these niggas not know that I was drunk? I'm like, they had to know, bro.
they knew.
And
They knew. They just didn't pressure you on it. They
I'm
knew.
like, you could probably smell it like seeping through my
Yeah, like you probably
pores.
walk into the room and smell like alcohol for sure.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like yeah,
And
that's like
like remember we used to go to parties and we used to take the bottles back and I used to have
oh yeah.
bottles in my room like trying to hide them like in the corner to like stick them underneath like the dresser and stuff.
I remember, yeah, you would have like under your bed, you would have it in your backpack in the closet and shit. Just have like bottles and shit
Used
in
to
your
have
room.
bottles of gin, vodka, bro. Because I remember like you leaving a party and you're like, I'm leaving here with something. Like, grab this.
Right.
And then also that's your ticket into the next party. Cause niggas can really get alcohol like that.
That and it's like it makes you more accepted to go to places. Like if you show up empty handed and shit like that, you're more like you're gonna get turned away. But if you show up with a bottle, niggas is like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, come on in. Like you know what I'm saying? Like yeah, like if you got
Yeah,
weed
you have to
or if you
walk
got
through
a
the
bottle,
door. Like, I mean, everybody had weed, so it's like, all right, I got weed. It's like, I ain't really trying to let this nigga in, bro, because he ain't about to share the. But if you walk in,
right, right. He not about
you
to
have to
share the
have like
weed. Yeah.
at least 2, 3 girls with you, and it can only be you. Can't be like a gang of niggas, or you got like a bottle or two, and then be like, all right, yeah, bring him in.
Right, exactly. If you got some shit with you, they usually let you pass through. Or if you got bitches. Like if you come through like one nigga, three bitches or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Or like which was
Yeah,
rare. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that many niggas doing that in our high school. I think who was it like, okay, maybe Patrick, David. Remember David Smith?
yeah, because they had like their clique.
Right, that and then that's just who they was. Like they was just around people like that. Like Patrick, he could probably pull up with three or four bitches. David could do that. Probably Josh pull up with three or four, but Josh Butler, if you remember Josh.
Yeah.
Shit,
Yeah,
Desmond.
what
Desmond
is that
gay.
nigga doing, bro?
Josh, he's still on the music shit. I think I don't know. Yo, his brother is taking off though. I'm not gonna lie. His brother is like I don't know if you remember the artist Key that I was telling you about.
Yeah,
Yeah, his brother got put on by Key. Like so, I think him and Key are like they work together. They made songs together. And then what's the nigga name? Dram. You know Dram.
yeah,
Yeah, so he's like close friends with Dram. Like I be seeing on Instagram and shit. Like he be with Dram like every day, like almost every day. So I'm
damn,
like, okay, so this nigga is really like making some moves. Like yeah, so like I think he just put out an album or some shit. So yeah, I think his brother is getting a little bit more popping than Josh is, but Josh is still doing his thing too. So yeah, man.
dang, why didn't he pull Josh up?
Right. I don't know, man. I don't know if they went like separate ways or I don't know what happened. I think yeah, I think they just went their separate ways, bro. For real.
Dang,
They probably still close though. They probably just focused on their own careers though, if you know what I mean.
yeah, true, true, man. Well, it has been a fire stream.
Talk about some real shit.
Yeah, man, this was fun,
Hell yeah.
and we gotta go live on Kick. Got to figure out how to do the split screen on Kick.
Okay. I
On
just downloaded it. I'm about to download the other one too.
Yeah, download Streamlabs, and then from Streamlabs, if you click on the settings, you can add your YouTube, add Kick, all your social medias, Twitch, and if you pay monthly or the yearly price, then you can turn all the social medias on and then record and then send it all there. But it's 200 a year. So I'm like,
Okay.
once like this start taking off, then yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna go ahead and yeah. But
Okay, go ahead and
yeah,
invest in that shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But right now, I mean, it's like it's all right because I can stream from Streamlabs and still send it to YouTube. Or right now, I'm just sending it to Kick.
Okay. Yeah, man.
But
I'm trying to like oh go ahead.
no, I was gonna say when you do stream to Kick, it's it's really like a gambling and a gaming site. Like mad niggas is on there like streaming like video games or they're
Oh,
sitting in front of like the computer and they're gambling and people are watching them.
got
But
you.
the top two categories for like what we do
Yeah.
is in real life and just chatting.
Okay.
So so yeah, you want to pick one of those so you can get in those rooms.
How you doing? Good, thank you. Right, yes, man. Right. Yeah, man.
Was a neighbor?
Yeah. She's doing her yard. I can show you.
Oh, you got the dog out there.
Yeah, yeah, she's chilling.
Dang, y'all got a nice little spot.
It's all right. The yard space is pretty cool.
And y'all could have like barbecue, like a little kickback out there.
Right. We thought about doing some stuff like that. It just take like probably just some money and some organization and shit. Honestly, man, we just don't be like fucking with too many people like that sometimes. I feel like because we both kind of like be chilling. Because these people be weird nowadays, man. I don't know. It just be so many weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just be like, it's a couple solid niggas that I know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. All right.
Nah.
All right, bro.
All right. All right, bro.
We're gonna have end this one today. We're gonna return. It's been another episode of Maneuver Accordingly. Yes, sir.
Maneuver recording. All right, you guys. Appreciate all y'all in the chat.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully, we can see some more.
I learned some Persian in the meantime.
Facts. All right, we're gonna let it get to 60 minutes. We've been streaming for exactly 1 hour, and then we're gonna
Oh
let
yeah.
it go.
Does
And
stuff like that matter? Like the time frames and the probably so, right? Like if we
I
do it for
don't know.
something. Okay.
I mean, we've been streaming for exactly an hour now.
Cool.
That'd be crazy if like a flood of people came in.
Oh right, it's like if you hit an hour or something, and then that's when the algorithm like switches or some shit like that.
Tight.
Let-
But
let's see what happens.
I usually like stream for like maybe like 10, 15 minutes on my break, and every single time, right when I'm about to get off, like a flood of people come in.
Damn, that's crazy. You said every time though.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Yeah.
"All right, you guys, I'm out. My break's over," and then boom.
So all the people come in and
Yeah,
shit.
people start coming in. I'm like, yeah, like I'm about to dip.
It's like they know.
Yeah. But all right, bro.
All right, big dog, hit me up.